I have studied world's top 99 billionaires. And what I realized was whatever that we have told about money is absolutely wrong. And all my beliefs, all my ideologies about money went upside down and flipped on their head. And today, I want to blow your mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the 3 steps to help you embody the billionaire consciousness. And the reason there are 3 steps, because we are going to go and layer 1 step on the second and third. And you'll really be able to see and embody what is billionaire consciousness, what is really money, and how money actually works. The first thing when it comes to the building the billionaire consciousness is you want to build a lot of safety and security for money. And that is the basic and most foundational step. If you think of the pyramid, this is like the smallest step. This is where everything is based on. But this is not everything, but without this, nothing is going to land, nothing is going to fit. So the first thing what you want to do is you want to build safety and security and a connection of trust with money. And there is a really powerful tool called Having. In this tool, and this is from the book of a South Korean money coach. She is incredible and she has helped a lot of people develop wealth consciousness. We are going to use the tool Having, which is really powerful, and it works wonders to help you build that security with money just in 3 weeks, in 21 days. What you want to do is you want to start noticing every time you spend money, you pause for a second, you be very conscious, and you say, I have money. So instead of, we have this autopilot reaction, which we have learned from our parents, we've seen them growing up, or our elders, or in the society, that there is constant fear of money running out, with this feeling, even when there is money, this feeling, this discomfort, this unpleasant experience and fear of money, right? So what you want to do is you want to be very conscious, you want to pause, and you want to say, I have money. And the most powerful thing about this tool is I'm not asking you to believe in the unseen. Actually, you have money. That's why you're spending. So you are going to spend money anyway. You're going to pay your bills. You're going to go and buy a coffee. You're going to go and get the things. So all you're doing is you're layering a practice in the normal things that you do, and you're saying, I have money. And you really focus and indulge in the feeling of having money. And you see how calmness and how peaceful you feel, how calm and how peaceful you feel. And this is actually rewiring your mind. Instead of focusing on the lack, you start focusing on having. It doesn't require you to imagine anything or believe in something. You are already using a physical reality to change and rewire your mind. If you want to take it to the next level, what you can do is you can have a having journal, and at the end of the day you write the list of the things that you spend money on, but you want to write in a very specific way. I have money. So you always start with I have money to spend on, and you write what you spend on, even if it's $1, it doesn't matter. I have money to spend on, and then how it makes you feel. So for example, yesterday I ordered some books for my daughter on Amazon, which cost me £26 in UK. So what I wrote in my having journal is I have money to buy beautiful books for my daughter. And actually when I bought for her, she absolutely loved them. They were unicorn books. They were like really nice chapter books, and she was really reading them and really excited. She was really thanking me. What I wrote was, I feel so grateful as a mother that I'm able to give that happiness, that joy, and also that learning and development and the love for reading to my child. I'm really grateful for having money, right? So it's not a gratitude journal. It's really important to understand the difference between this and gratitude journal is you can be grateful for a lot of things which are not just directly related to money. Like you can be grateful for your relationship, your health, but this is specifically directly related to the money that you spend, the money that leaves your bank account. And also you start with I have the money, and then you write the thing, and then you write how it makes you feel. So there are 2 parts. I have the money to spend on whatever you're spending, and then how it makes you feel. That's very important. And then you really feel the feeling, and keep your having journal, keep doing that. I still do it, although it has done wonders for me. It has completely changed my money outlook and my relationship with money and how I feel about money. And now my nervous system feels really calm around money, but I still do it every day because it's so powerful. This is the first step, building the security. The second step is normalizing money. For us, the money that you expect to receive every month is what is normal. So imagine you receive 1 million this month, right? How would you feel? And you would answer, I would feel really excited. That'll be really good. But the fact that you feel excited means it's not normal. It's exciting. Something that is normal. For example, if I say to you, oh, there will be morning the next day, you would say, oh, so what is so exciting about that? Like, of course, there will be next day and it'll be morning and then evening. Are you crazy? Like, why are you mentioning that? That's not exciting because that's normal. So big money, in fact, there is no such thing as big or small according to law of polarity. Everything just is. But larger, relatively larger quantities of money seems exciting and big. So the second step is normalizing big money. How do we do that? We do that by going to rich neighborhoods, driving around rich neighborhoods, by visiting posh shops, brands, by looking around and not saying, oh my God, I would never buy that. Oh my God, that I cannot have that. No, saying, oh, that's nice. And you may not even like all the things, right? So I don't expect you to like all the brands, right? You may not like them. It doesn't matter. But you're not saying, oh, this is too much. Who buys that? Like, this is too expensive. The moment you do that, you create a separation between you and money. What you want to realize is there is a handbag which can cost $10, which can cost $50, which can cost $50,000, which can cost $500. It doesn't matter. There are all levels of pricing available in the world, and there are all levels of bags available. And whatever you choose is best for you. It doesn't mean that you have to get for the most expensive one. That's when you're worthy. That's not the point. The point is your mind is now getting and accepting and normalizing big amounts of money. It doesn't seem out of reach. It doesn't seem like there is less money to go around. So when you actually look around and you see there's a handbag which is costing $10,000, you look at it and say, okay, there are people who are buying that. In fact, normally there's a queue around a lot of these places, or you have to get an appointment. So actually, there are people who are buying that, and there are people who have access to that money. And it is available to me, and it is available to everybody else, and there is enough to go around. Go to the places where there is a lot of money being circulated and see how much money is available. I remember there was this magazine where you could also look, like travel magazine, where you could look at the 5-star hotels or 7-star hotels or the flights or different things. Like, you want to just expose yourself where there is a lot of money being circulated. Only from the place that you are now normalizing circulation of big money, you're opening your vessel. What is normal for you right now is based on what you have been exposed to all this time. If somebody is born in a billionaire family, for them, 100 million transaction or few million transaction is normal. Okay, that's not a big deal. So the key is you're normalizing that because it wasn't normal for you before. So visiting those places, looking, being open, and seeing yourself with that, yeah, that's possible for me. I see that. And normalizing big circulation. This you need to do very consciously because there is so much information and there is so much media out there constantly talking about recession, money crisis, how hard it is to survive, and all those things. So you want to really tune into the abundance and the availability of money. And now the third one is my most favorite, and I love this. And the beauty of this one is the more I study it, the more I fell in love with it, the more I indulge in it, and the more I want to study it. So it is the most exciting thing. And this is what separates billionaires from the rest. Okay? When you really understand that, you can rewire your mind to achieve the billionaire consciousness and stop chasing money, and money starts chasing you. It's really exciting. So that there is a whole new paradigm. Okay? It's not new, but it's new for the masses, and it's really exciting. The paradigm is that money is just is. Money is not big or small, it's just is. Whatever quantity is just is. And the consciousness, the billionaire consciousness is money is not even a big deal. It's just is. They're not even worrying about money at that point. Like I was talking to one of my colleagues and we were laughing about that. that when a person becomes a millionaire, they want to go and buy Rolex. When the person becomes a billionaire, they want to go and buy really, like, Jacob and Co. and all those kind of watches. But when a person becomes a multi-billionaire, they start wearing Casio watches, like really cheap watches, because it's not about money anymore. Okay, so this is the really powerful thing. It's not about money, because we have gone through the security and we have gone through, there is so much abundance that it's not even about money anymore. It's always there. It's not even about sun. We know the sun is going to come out. It's not even about oxygen anymore. The oxygen is always there. That feeling, like it's just there. We know. Then what is important? So for billionaires, the important thing is the impact. They want to create a lot of impact for a lot of people. That's what they care about. More impact for more people. And for that, they have this innate identity that I am a high value person. I am very valuable. I have huge value. And I create a huge value. So their standards of themselves and their energetic standard is, I impact millions of people. That's why I'm a billionaire. And I create huge value. So for them, the focus is in becoming the most valuable person they can, the best of them. And in order to do that, what you want to really focus is on your zone of genius. So the paradigm that masses have acquired, the paradigm that masses have acquired is, money is hard to earn. Money requires sacrifice. I'll do whatever it takes to earn. I will hustle. I will grind. I will work hard. And I will do the things that are not enjoyable or don't give me joy, don't light me up, are not my jam. I will do all those things because that's what money requires. And life is a struggle. Everything is struggle. And then they do the things that burn them out, that take their spark away, and they're just living the life on autopilot, just living every day, paying the bills. The billionaire consciousness is, I am a high value person. I have a moral responsibility to create value. I nominate myself to create huge value for a lot of people. It's not even about money anymore, because in the second step, we build that money just is. There's a lot of money around to go around. So in their consciousness, what they're really focusing on is focusing on their zone of genius. What am I really good at? Not 10 things. So all the things that they're not good at, they delegate. And they focus on that one core thing that nobody in the world can do better than them. And even if right now that may not be the case, where they're on their way to becoming a billionaire, but this consciousness demands seeing yourself and operating from that identity that nobody in the world can do better than me. And I am coming from that place, and they work on themselves. They show up. They constantly innovate. They improve. They are so in the game. They are obsessed with their client and the product or service, whatever they're creating. And they are all about the impact. They're so passionate about the impact. And at this point, they're not even thinking about money, because money is just there. All they're thinking about is, how can I serve most people? And how can I create the most value? And how can I be the best and the genius in the thing that I'm doing? And when they do that, they become a person of value who creates huge value, and they receive a lot of money. So money is a byproduct of what they become. Money, and it matches their consciousness, that their consciousness was money just is. So of course money responds to that, and they just receive hell lot of money, which strengthen their consciousness that actually money just is. Like, there is never a problem of money. And then what happens is they attract people in their circuit, in their orbit, who are also high value people, because they're in the vibrational alignment. High value attracts high value, and they do transactions, and a lot of money is being circulated. So now when they go and buy stuff, they don't even care. They get whatever the hell they want. They might even want to buy a Casio watch, or maybe they really care about buying a really nice watch. It doesn't matter, because money just is. That's not a question. So they are at this point in their life completely free to wear whatever they want, to buy whatever they want, to live the way they want. They don't even need to care about time, because they have the end consciousness that they are the masterpiece, and they are tapping into their zone of genius, and they are transacting with very high value people who are and exchanging a lot of money. They're creating value for the world, billions of people. They're receiving money. And at that point, they are fully tapped into their zone of genius, which is we also call self-actualization. Okay. And in that place, when they are transacting and in their circles and in the collaborations, they are doing $1 billion and multi-million dollar deals because that's what they're focused at. Their key is what will create the most impact, how it will benefit the most amount of people. So they're generally transacting and creating and working towards the biggest thing. And it's not about hard anymore. It's not about hustling. It's not about, in fact, they really take care of their sleep. They really take care of their health. They really take care of their mind. They really take care of their entertainment because they know that they are there tapped into their zone of genius, taking key decisions as a person of value, and it's going to impact billions of people. So it's not about hustling and grind anymore, right? And the other thing, what is with them is that when they buy things, right? So let's say a billionaire wants to buy something. If they really want to, they can go and buy a really nice thing. And they don't care about the price at this point because money is just there. So when they are buying those kind of things that they really care about and they want them to be very high quality and very premium, they are happy to pay whatever the hell the price is. Okay? They have the freedom to pay whatever the hell the price is, and that's when a lot of money is being circulated. The people they're transacting with who can charge whatever the price is are also of the same consciousness, who have the security with money, who believe there is a lot of money, and also they have created the masterpiece, which a person who has the wealth consciousness of creating a masterpiece is exchanging. So the greatest example is, I don't know if you've heard of this brand, the watch brand Jacob & Co. Their watches start with $1 million. So Cristiano Ronaldo bought $1 million watch. I think it was 1 million or a couple of millions from him. One watch for millions. And they had this picture because he flew to deliver the watch. Of course, it's a multi-million dollar watch. So, and they had a picture like him putting the watch on Ronaldo. Now, if you look at that picture, you might think, oh, they're showing off. Look, they're showing off the watch. But if you really pay attention, what is happening is there are two people with billionaire consciousness who are obsessed with creating masterpiece kind of value, who see their value and who know they're all about becoming the best of who they are and really focusing and harnessing what they've got to offer. And then they attract the people like them who exchange in high value and a lot of money being circulated. So billionaires are all about the value, the impact, their zone of genius. It's not even about the money, but when you have all of that, a lot of money is being circulated. And that is the billionaire consciousness.